Hello students, in this video we discussed last two property of the definite integration. Property number 7, integration from 0 to twice a f of x dx is equal to integration 0 to a f of x dx plus integration 0 to a f of twice a minus x dx. Now we consider RHS. RHS is equal to integration of 0 to a f of x dx plus integration of 0 to a f of twice a minus x dx is equal to I1 plus I2. RHS is equal to I1 means first integral, I2 is the second integral. Now consider I2 is equal to integration of 0 to a f of twice a minus x dx. Now here the variable is twice a minus x. In place of twice a minus x, we substitute new variable. It's put twice a minus x is equal to t. On differentiation, the derivative of twice is 0. Derivative of minus dx is equal to dt. Therefore, dx is equal to minus dt. Now here the limit is 0 to a when variable is x. If we change the variable, then as x tends to 0 or x is equal to 0, we substitute x is equal to 0, then put x is equal to 0. Therefore, t tends to twice a. As x tends to a, t tends to twice a minus a is a. That means the new limit for the variable t is lower limit is twice a, upper limit is a. Therefore, I2 is equal to integration of twice a to a f of, in place of twice a minus x is t, f of t, and the value of dx is minus dt. Therefore, this negative sign can be converted in positive by changing the lower limit and upper limit. That means a to twice a f of t into dt. This negative sign can be changed by changing the limit. Now here write support integration of a to b f of x dx is equal to minus b to a f of x dx is equal to integration of a to twice a f of x dx. In definite integral, if we change the variable, value does not change. That means since a to b f of x dx is equal to integral a to b f of t dt. By using these two property, write this. Now write RHS. RHS is equal to I1 plus I2. I1 is same, that is 0 to a f of x dx plus I2 is, here I2 is a to twice a f of x dx. Now here the limit of first integral is 0 to a and the limit of second integral is starting from a to twice a. That means this 0 twice a is the closed interval and a lies between 0 twice a, that is 0 less than a less than twice a. By using last property, a, b, c are three real numbers, a is less than c less than b, then we convert the integration in two parts, a to c plus c to b. Similarly, 0 to a to b, then we write reverse formula, 0 to a, 0 to twice a, 0 to a to twice a, 0 twice a, f of x dx, and the right hand side of the theorem is 0 to twice a f of x dx. Therefore, after solving left hand side, we get 0 to twice a f of x dx, that is LHS. In this way, we prove the first theorem or for seventh property. Now, the next property is property number 8. The limit from minus a to a f of x dx is equal to twice 0 to a f of x dx if f of x is even function, is equal to 0 if f of x is an odd function. Now first we see what is meant by even function and what is meant by odd function. In last year we are already studied. If f of minus x is equal to f of x, then f of x is an even function, and if f of minus x is equal to minus f of x, then f of x is an odd function. Now by using this definition, if the function, first verify the function is even, then take integration 0 to a twice 0 to a, not minus a to a. If function is odd, always its value is 0. Now prove this theorem. Now LHS is equal to minus a to a f of x dx. Now suppose here 0 a and this is the minus a on line, number line. That means 0 lies between minus a and a. Now split this integral or divide this interval in this way, minus a to 0 f of x dx plus 0 to a f of x dx. This minus a and a interval is divided into two parts. Minus a lies between 0 and minus a to 0 f of x dx plus 0 to a f of x dx. Now write integral I1 plus I2. I1 is equal to, consider I1 is equal to minus a to a f of x dx. Now in this integral we substitute, put x is equal to minus t. Therefore dx is equal to minus dt, as x tends to minus a. X is equal to minus a, this minus and this minus positive, then t tends to a. As x tends to 0, t tends to, x is equal to 0 minus t 0, that is t is 0. Tends to, or write directly is equal to. Then integral I1 is equal to, new limit is, lower limit is in place of minus a, here a, and upper limit is 0, f of, in place of x we write minus t into minus dt. Now again we change the value of this limit. We change the sign of this minus dt by interchange the limit 0 to a f of minus t into dt. Here support integration a to b f of x dx is equal to minus b to a f of x dx, which is the second property. That is, the I1 is 0 to a f of minus t into dt. Then RHS is equal to I1 plus I2. I1 is 0 to a f of minus t dt plus I2 is 0 to a limit same f of x dx. Now here we change the variable also, 0 to a f of minus x dx, and write support, since f of integration f of x dx is equal to integration f of t dt. That means here variable is x with respect to x. It is final, the value of I1 is in terms of x, plus I2 is 0 to a f of x dx. Here limit is same, then take common 0 to a bracket f of minus x plus f of x dx. So which is the right hand side. Now continue this. Case first, if f of x is even function, therefore f of minus x is equal to f of x. Therefore RHS is equal to 0 to a bracket, in place of f of minus x we write f of x plus again f of x dx is equal to 0 to a twice f of x dx is equal to twice 0 to a f of x dx if function is even function. Case second, if f of x is odd, then f of minus x is equal to minus f of x. Then RHS is equal to 0 to a, in place of f of minus x we write minus f of x plus f of x dx, both are equal in opposite sign, 0. If f of x is odd function. Now for example, f of x is equal to sin x, f of minus x is equal to sin of minus x is equal to minus sin x is equal to minus f of x. That means f of x is equal to sin x is odd function, and f of x is equal to cos x, f of minus x is equal to cos of minus x. Cos of minus x is always positive, that is cos x is equal to, that means f of cos x is the even function. Another example, f of x is equal to x square, f of minus x is equal to minus x bracket square is equal to x square. Therefore f of x is even. Now even odd. and f of x is equal to x raised to 5. F of minus x is equal to minus x raised to 5, that is minus x raised to 5 minus f of x, odd function. In this way, verify first given function is odd or even. Now we take example depending on these properties. Now first example is the limit is minus a to a. If limit is same but opposite sign, that is starting from minus to plus, then first step is take function, test the function is odd or even. F of x is equal to log of 2 plus sin x divided by 2 minus sin x is equal to, then f of minus x is equal to log of 2 plus sin of minus x divided by 2 minus sin of minus x is equal to log of 2 sin minus theta is minus sin theta, 2 minus sin x divided by 2 minus minus plus sin x is equal to minus log of, or we take this sign is plus, log of 2 plus sin x in numerator divided by 2 minus sin x in denominator. That means its power is minus 1. Take its reciprocal, therefore its power is minus 1. And this minus 1, by using rule of logarithm, minus 1 into log of 2 plus sin x divided by 2 minus sin x is equal to minus, now first see the function, f of x is equal to log of numerator 2 plus sin x, 2 plus sin x divided by 2 minus sin x minus log of 2 plus sin x 2 minus sin x is equal to minus f of x from 1. F of minus x is equal to minus f of x, therefore f of x is odd function. Then we cannot find its integration is always 0, therefore integration of minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 log of 2 plus sin x divided by 2 minus sin x dx is equal to 0 is the answer. Very simple. Only verify the given function is odd or even. The function is odd, its integration is 0. Now take second example. Integration of minus 1 to 1 x square divided by 1 plus x square. Here given f of x is equal to x square divided by 1 plus x square. First verify function is odd or even. F of minus x bracket square divided by 1 plus minus x bracket square, x square divided by 1 plus x square is equal to f of x. Therefore f of x is an even function. If function is even, then integration I is equal to minus a to a x square divided by 1 plus x square dx, its value is twice integration, limit is 0 to a is 1, x square divided by 1 plus x square dx. Therefore, I is equal to 0 to a. Now in place of x square, we adjust the denominator. Denominator is 1 plus x square. Then we take 1 plus x square minus 1, that is add 1 and subtract 1, value does not change. 1 plus x square dx. Then take separate integration 0 to a, or take separate denominator. 1 plus x square divided by 1 plus x square is 1 minus, sorry here, twice this twice. If we apply the 0 to 1, 0 to a, then twice integration 1 minus 1 divided by 1 plus x square dx is equal to twice integration of, right, separate integration 0 to 1 dx minus integration of 1 divided by 1 plus x square dx is equal to twice, its integration is x minus 1 divided by x square plus a square, tan inverse x by a, but a is 1, that is tan inverse x, limit 0 to 1, twice bracket 1 minus, first write upper limit, 1 minus tan inverse of 1 minus lower limit 0 minus tan inverse of 0, then twice bracket 1 minus tan inverse 1, tan 45 degree is 1, therefore tan inverse 1 is 45 degree, that is pi by 4, minus 0, tan 0 is 0, tan inverse of 0 is equal to 0, is equal to 2 minus 2 into pi by 4 is equal to 2 minus pi by 2. Again take its LCM, 2 into 2 is 4, 4 minus pi divided by 2 is the final answer. In this way we apply the property, then we get the solution is easily, otherwise which is the complicated by using without property. The solution can be find any other method, but we apply the properties, then we get the solution. In this way the properties of the definite integrals are completed. In the next video we solve exercise 4.2, that is the all definite integral example, that is depending on substitution method as well as properties as well as integration by parts, partial fraction, and next period we solve the exercise 4.2 important examples. Okay, thank you.